Hi. When I make these videos on retirement, I'm very aware that all of us have different circumstances, different ways of looking at the world, in fact. And in this video, I'd like to talk about something which probably won't apply to everyone, but will apply to a lot of people, probably to you. Some of the things I'm saying here are obvious. When we go into retirement, we hope that they will be long, happy, beneficial days that lie ahead. And if we have given any thought to retirement, the earlier the better, then we'll probably be more prepared for that long and fulfilling retirement. But not all of us arrive at that stage. I mean, I know that I didn't start thinking about retirement seriously until maybe 3 or 4 years before I retired or took voluntary redundancy. As I've said in earlier videos, I took voluntary redundancy at 59 when the opportunity arose because my job was, to me, despicable. I hated it. I could hardly wait to get out. I'd expected to work to 65, and when the opportunity came to retire 6 years earlier, I jumped at it. Now, not everyone will be in that situation. A lot of you will go on to your 60 or 65, and as I've said in these videos, quite often, the earlier you can retire, the better. There are some provisos. Retire not having any big debts. Retire owning your own home. Retire having at least some reasonable, reliable income coming in the future. In my case, it turned out to be the old age pension supplemented by a very small income quarterly coming in from superannuation. I didn't have a lot of superannuation. I'd only been working for the organisation for 17 years, and you don't get much out of that. And a very lowly job, really. I certainly wasn't a boss. Okay, that out of the way. The other thing we need when we retire is optimum health. We know our health will deteriorate in time. And of course, it becomes very apparent, it did with me, by the time I got into my 50s, late 50s, the old prostate problems began. And of course, I saw a urologist year after year after year. No cancer. Very good that way. But there are things that go wrong. You might have a mini stroke. Anything can go wrong as you get older. But providing you are mobile, providing you can walk, then walk. Keep walking as long as you can. Don't be lazy. By getting into the habit of walking a lot now, you'll continue to walk well into old age. I'm 87 now, and I know that my energies, particularly if I'm walking a long distance, aren't what they were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and certainly not when I retired 28 years ago. But I'm still walking. So the other thing I'm advocating here is your keeping fit. Go to the gym. I go twice a week. Do your yoga stretches. Keep your body supple. Remember, you're only as young as your spine is flexible. Watch your posture. Do the yoga stretches. And of course, some weight-bearing exercises to keep the bones solid. Now, I'm not going to talk about diet. Eat sensibly. A good balanced diet. Okay, so what are the other things I'm going to talk about? When we get older, we need to have something to keep us going. Despondency often takes over, which can lead to depression. Despondency takes over when we don't take action. We think about doing it and then put it off. Despondency can lead to depression. Depression can lead to a serious illness, because it is. And if you give up on life, it will give up on you. I guess what I'm saying here is right into old age, we have to have this feeling, and I know not everyone will have this, the feeling that we are still contributing, that we're still valuable, that people know that we are of use, and we feel to ourselves we are of use. We could be involved in some voluntary work. It could be looking after the grandchildren, or even the great-grandchildren if you're old as I am. So there are things that we need to do to feel fulfilled, goals ahead, not big 10-year, 15-year goals, but little goals, little steps. And of course, we have to have an ideal of ourselves that we can steadily work towards. I think this is important. Having a life philosophy based on an ideal, something we can never reach, but will keep us moving towards it as long as we live. And we will live long, providing, as I said, we keep happy, we keep contented, we keep healthy. I hope you got something out of this video.